Welcome today everyone. Today we are going to look at simultaneous equation using substitution method. Now with substitution method we are going to have two given equations with two variables, let's say variables x and y. So what we need to do here is we take one of the equation, we solve for one variable, then we substitute in either of the equation. So let's take this example. Let's first of all put our heading. Simultaneous equation using substitution method. Substitution method. So let's say we have this example. Given the equation 3x minus 5y equals 4. Let's say this is our equation 1. X plus y equals to 3, equation 2. So this is our two equation. What we need to do here when we are solving using simultaneous substitution method, we need to do what? Choose either of the equation and solve for one variable. Either we are solving for x, making x the subject of the formula, or making y the subject of the formula, depending on your choice. So we are going to, let's say we are going to use equation 2 to avoid larger numbers. So let's use equation 2. So we are going to do what? We are going to isolate x. Let's use equation 2 and isolate x. In other words, making x the subject of the formula. So solution. So we have x plus y equals 3. So to make x the subject of the formula here, to isolate x, so we have to do what? We have to remove this y and send it to the right. And when it crosses this equal sign, it changes to negative because it is positive here. That's, we are doing the opposite. It's going in the opposite direction. So what we need to do here is, so our x will be what? Will be 3 minus y. Or another way you can do it, you just simply do what? You subtract y on both sides. So our x is what? 3 minus y. So this is our x. Now we have our x. Now what we need to do now is to do what? Take our x and substitute in either of the two equations. So depending on the one you decide to use. So let's use equation 2. This one is more simpler than this one. So let's use equation 2. So let's say substituting substitute x, the variable x, in equation. Sorry, this is just an abbreviation of equation. Let's use equation 1. Sorry, let's just use equation 1. So we have substituting in equation 1, we are going to have this our equation 1. So we are going to have what? 3, that is in the place of x, this is our x, we are going to substitute x there. So we have 3 into our x is what? 3 minus y minus 5y equals 4. So we are going to open this bracket. This simply means multiplication. 3 times 3 is what? 9. 3 times negative y is what? Negative 3y. We have minus 5y is equals 4. But we have two variables here, like terms. These two can subtract themselves. So negative 3y minus 3y is what? Negative 8y. So we have it's negative 8y. But now we have to do, we are looking for y. So when looking for y, we have to make y the subject of the formula here. That's it. We need to isolate y since we are looking for the variable y. So what we need to do here, we need to remove this line and send it to the right, the opposite direction. That is, when it crosses this equal sign, it changes to negative. So in other words, you just do what? Since this 9 is positive, so in other words, we subtract 9 from both sides. So let's say we subtract 9 from both sides. We subtract 9 from both sides. Let me just end here. So let's take this portion. So if we subtract 9 from both sides, let's say this is minus 9, this will become minus 9. So if we subtract 9 from both sides, this and this will cancel. So I left with what? Negative 3y minus 5y, which is what? Negative 8y. This is negative 8y is equal to, now we have what here? 4 minus 9. Let me just put it for you to see. 4 minus 9, which is negative 8y, is equal, 4 minus 9 is what? Negative 5. So now we are looking for the variable y. So what we need to do, we have to do what? If we divide both sides by this coefficient of y here, that is negative 8. This can cancel. Now we are left with the variable y. So it means we can, this negative will cancel this. So which means our y is, therefore, y, the variable y is equals to 5 on 8. Now we have our two variable. Now our x is, therefore x is what? Our x is 3 minus y, and our y is equal to 5 on 8. So let's prove this. Let's see if our answers are correct. Let's say proof. To prove our answer, what we need to do, we have to go to either of the equation depending on your choice. We substitute our x and y to see. Now remember, what we are doing is we want to prove that, like for, let's say we have, let's use equation 2. Using equation 2, we want to prove that x plus y is equals to 3. So since we have our x here, our x is what? Negative and 3 minus y, and our y is 5 on 8. So since we have a x plus y, which means if we add these two, the x and y is going to give us 3. So it means the left hand side must be equal to the right hand side. So let's prove our answer here using equation 2. Equation 2, which is x, which is x plus y equals 3, using equation 2. So what we need to do, since we are proving that x plus y equals 3 is equals to 3. So but we know our x and y, so if we add these two, it's going to give us 3. Okay, just watch. Let's see. 3 plus our x is what? 3 minus y, but we have our y here. Y is what? Is 5 on 8. Let me just first of all put it. Our y is, sorry, we have 3 minus y, this is x, plus y is 5 on 8. So but our y is what? 5 on 8. So in the place of this y, we are still going to put our 5 on 8. So we have 3 minus, in the place of y, we are still going to put 5 on 8 plus 5 on 8. But negative times this fraction is just simply negative 5 on 8. So if you look at this and this can cancel since they are the same. When you are adding two fractions with the same denominator, this is numerator, this is denominator. So if you are adding two fractions with the same denominator, you just simply do what? You add the numerator, and the numerator is what? Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. So this and this can cancel. We are left with 3. Therefore 3 is equivalent to 3, which means our answers are correct. Thanks very much for watching. Please just go on subscribe, please.